Please tell me you got some timestamps. I just want to see the good stuff. Okay, so that's the animated short. We don't care about that.
You'll see this impact way. A story that evolves across.
Shout out to Booty Gorilla with the. Shout out to Booty Gorilla with the super chat. That's a crazy.
Seasons of the year before a new season 1 launches the next chapter in 2027. This is going to be epic. Overwatch's fight against Talon will unfold through in-game events, animated hero trailers,
little updated UI.
short
Oh, hold on,
stories.
she kind of bad. Who that is? Is she a new character? I ain't played Overwatch in forever. She kinda...
short stories, and comics. All of these will be instantly updated in the narrative viewer right inside.
She
the
is.
game.
I'm back,
It's
chat. I'm about to
a
play.
whole new way.
Hero breakdowns at 8:54.
Overwatch universe.
Bet.
And since
Oh, we're
it's
close.
our
We're close.
10-year
We'll let it rock.
anniversary, we're going big. Instead of just 3, we're releasing 10 new heroes over the course of the year. And
I'll give him that. That's fire. I'll give him that. You know, as much as I rag on him, that's fire. That's content.
the first 5 are launching next week with Season 1. Each new hero drives the story forward, reshaping the world and
I will say dropping 5 characters at once and then 5 through the rest of the year, that's going to fuck up the balance. So I will say, I'm going to go ahead and predict, do not be surprised when this version launches. If shit's a little spooky, it's going to probably take a few months for them to figure out the balance. Because the problem with dropping that many characters is there's different types of interactions and stuff like that. Now, yeah, I would not play ranked.
You'll see this impact everywhere. Map updates, artwork changes, new voice lines. Every year, we aim to bring major updates that improve and expand what it means to play and experience Overwatch. Moving forward, in addition to new gameplay and systems changes, this will also include major story arcs driving the Overwatch universe forward. We're expanding the story, deepening the lore, and bringing you something truly unforgettable. And as Vendetta
We'll be the judges of that.
seizes global power with her new command of Talon, what will become of Overwatch? The stakes have never been higher.
The war has begun, and 5 powerful heroes are immediately joining the fight in Season 1.
And 3 of the 5 are of keen interest to Talon. For the newest tank, we are thrilled to introduce you to Domina. While technically not a member of Talon...
Hey, hold up. She kind of bad, chat. I let her dominate me. Suddenly, I feel the need to download the game again. What the fuck?
Domina is the Paris and VP
Shout out to the
of
character
Jetpack
design.
Industries and has formed a fruitful partnership with Vendetta. This mutually beneficial alliance sees Vishkar securing redevelopment rights for all areas tragically
No sex
affected
before
by
marriage. No
Vendetta's
sex
new
before
war.
marriage.
Though she may lack the innate talent of some engineers, she won't let that stop her, as she harnesses some of the most advanced technology that Vishkar has at its disposal, augmenting her own abilities while still keeping her hands clean, so to speak. From a young age, Domina worked hard to fulfill her family's expectations, and it all paid off in the end. Pressure makes a diamond, after all, and Domina truly looks flawless, bringing style and grace to the battlefield.
Is Marvel Rivals in trouble, chat?
Overwatch's first true poke tank since Sigma, with tools to keep enemies at bay and control the battlefield from long range.
She a poke tank.
Primary fire, Photon Magnum, is a charge-up beam that ends
All right, man. Hey, y'all niggas is going to hell, bruh. Shout out to Simple Jack with the $5 super chat. This nigga said, shout out to High Guard for making Blizzard actually do something positive with Overwatch, bruh. Shut up. Yeah, you ain't got a lot of kicking, Craig. Like,
rewarding. As the longest range beam in the game, it defines her lethal zone, draining health from anyone daring to approach. Her barrier array sets her apart defensively. Its wrap shape not only mitigates damage, but also protects against flankers, giving Domina strong
Very
battlefield
interesting.
presence. Unlike traditional shields,
can't wait for the
its
cosplayers.
segments
All
can
right,
be
buddy.
destroyed individually, forcing enemies to focus fire to break through. Crystal
Interesting.
Charge adds another layer of control, unleashing area damage while simultaneously restoring her shields. This makes her a formidable anchor in teamfights, sustaining herself as she pressures opponents. Even in close quarters, Domina isn't helpless. Sonic repulsors knock enemies back in a straight line, stunning them if they collide with walls, perfect for disrupting aggressive dives. And such a distinguished hero needs an ultimate up to her standards. Welcome Panopticon, flipping the concept of barriers on its head. Striking enemies traps them inside a barrier that blocks their damage and healing. When
Damn, so she could throw the teams.
The barrier explodes.
She could throw a little
delivering
something.
Devastating, often lethal punishment.
Next
And
up,
she
we're
bougie.
enlisting a former Overwatch agent, Emre, as one of our newest damage heroes. Once a member of the Overwatch strike team, Emre
I ain't gonna hold you. Emre looked like he said the N-word.
made a name for himself not only due to his skills on the battlefield, but for his commitment to his fellow agents. Principled and open, he stood as a shining example of the ideals Overwatch should
There
hold
not
itself
be any
to.
blacks back there.
But as the years went by, and as Overwatch began to grow looser with protocols and lose sight of its
So yeah, he do look like the MAGA Winter Soldier. He do. That's fucking funny, man.
Emre left the organization behind. Only
Instead of the Russian thing on his arm, he just got a big ass bald eagle or some shit on his arm. That should be funny.
recently was bounty hunter and ex-agent
MAGA
Freya
Winter
put on his
Soldier.
trail. And what she found at the end was beyond what she ever could have expected. This is not the friend she remembers. His body has been heavily modified with cybernetics, and his mind seems at war with itself. Sometimes she sees the old Emre, the skilled soldier and good friend she thought she'd lost long ago. But other times he seems soulless, like his body is being piloted, turned into an unfeeling killing machine. Now aligned with Vendetta, he brings a classic soldier feel with enhanced mobility that makes him
So
exceptionally
he's got a 3 burst.
Emre brings a fast-paced run-and-gun style to Overwatch. His synthetic burst rifle fires 3-round bursts at blistering speed.
What you mean he gonna hit like a truck?
Heroes like Pharah or Echo before they know what hit them. Need precision? Just go ahead and pull up his scope. It slightly tightens the rifle's burst spread, but unlike most scoped weapons, Emre actually keeps his normal movement speed. It's a slick way to win those long-range duels and nail clutch headshots without sacrificing mobility. When things get dicey, his cybernetics deploy the Siphon Blaster, a sidearm that packs explosive damage, heals through lifesteal, and boosts both speed and jump height. Whether you're escaping a dive, chasing down a straggler, or leaping to high ground, it's a lifesaver. For extra punch, toss out Emre's Cyber Frags. These versatile
Niggas with no aim. Yeah, you know niggas with no aim gonna play this character. You right. Whoever plays this is either gonna be they the best person on your team or the worst. They gonna be selling.
chip away at health, bounce off walls, and make nasty finishers around corners. They're the perfect setup tool or surprise burst in close fights. And then there's his ultimate.
I might have to ask the podcast crew if they want to download and hop back on just to talk about it, see if we like it or not. It might be worth a conversation for the podcast. Because I'll give them this much credit. I haven't been interested in Overwatch in a long time, but I can tell they're trying. They are trying.
Override Protocol. The program takes full control, lifting Emre into the air and arming him with a devastating cannon. Fire off explosive shots or charge up one massive blast that can shred entire
I feel like this is a
enemy
lazy
teams.
character
There
design.
should be a level of familiarity here, packed with interesting
I think he's
twists
supposed to
that
appeal to a certain
encapsulate what
demographic. You know
Overwatch
what
heroes are all about.
Now let's talk about a new Talon-affiliated support, Mizuki. Mizuki is a member of the Hashimoto, Talon's
Little
loyal
ninja?
allies in Japan.
I want
Still
to be
quite young,
ninja.
Mizuki has grown detached and hardened after years of misfortune and fighting under the severe expectations of his clan. However, some in the clan still believe he isn't cut out for this life. But
clan?
through his own dedication and the influence of clan elders, he has cemented himself as a vital player in the Hashimoto's ranks. While a formidable asset for Talon's goals, keep a close eye on Mizuki. His latest assignment has him infiltrating a group of troublemakers down near Kanezaka, the yokai. We'd hoped he would deal with them swiftly, but we fear he
What
may
game
be
is
caught
this?
between loyalties.
Overwatch. They
Losing
killed
to the
Overwatch
yokai,
too. It's just
or worse
Overwatch.
yet,
now.
Overwatch would be a blow to Vendetta's plans in the region.
Mizuki is an aggressive support who plays closer to the action than some of the other heroes in the role. His core healing tool is Remedy Aura, a field that surrounds him.
So he's a
Aura is
fighting
similar to
support,
Lucio's,
kind of like Gambit type shit.
Mizuki can charge this aura by healing allies with other abilities or even by dealing damage. To keep pressure on enemies, Mizuki wields Spirit Glaive, a bouncing projectile that dishes out steady damage while fueling his aura. Healing Kasa is a chain heal that bounces up to 3 allies. You choose the first target, and the Enchanted Hat does the rest. With multiple charges,
It's so
Mizuki
funny
can
seeing
quickly
this
stabilize
rebrand.
his team, while also receiving
Live
a
service,
bit of healing
baby.
himself, perfect for holding aggressive positions. Extra survivability comes from Katashiro Return, a mobility skill that boosts his speed and lets him teleport back to his starting position. It's an escape option, but also a clever way to outplay opponents mid-duel. And if enemies get too bold, Binding Chain tethers them to a confined area, slowing mobile heroes or grounding.
That's nice.
Finally,
so you can jump
Mizuki's
somebody.
ultimate Kakai Sanctuary creates a protective zone. Its outer layer absorbs incoming projectiles, while allies inside receive healing. Whether countering enemy ultimates or flipping a fight in your favor, it's a powerful tool that cements Mizuki as a support who thrives on aggression and clutch plays.
While Talon's roster is impressive, we would be remiss if we didn't brief you on who's joining up with Overwatch when Season 1 launches. A clear contrast to Mizuki's cool demeanor, Anran heats things up in the damage role. The elder sister of the water-wielding Wuyong, Anran is a star student at Wuxing University. She's confident, hardworking, and holds others to the same high standards she holds herself to. Now she joins Overwatch alongside her brother with hope to save the world.
I don't know. I'm gonna kind of keep my eye on and see what's the temperature. I'm gonna see what the live service fiends is it working. I said it.
And keep him out of trouble at the same time. Like Wuyong, she fights with Wuxing's
She looks like a
elemental
streamer.
technology. Wielding twin fans that allow her to control fire, she reminds her foes to steer clear or get burned.
Anran is an assassin-style DPS who thrives on mobility and flanking. Her Juche fans fire 2 blazing projectiles, stacking her ignition passive to set enemies.
Yeah, I got to sped up.
Burning foes take damage over time and become more
30-minute
vulnerable,
video.
setting up her piercing secondary attack. When she uses Fan the Flames against ignited targets, the damage doubles, making eliminations swift and deadly. To get in so close, she commands the elements to move around the battlefield. With Inferno Rush, Anran dashes forward, damaging and knocking back enemies while gaining vertical mobility to reach high ground or cross gaps. 2 charges let her reposition quickly or dive straight into the back.
Why don't I hop back on Rainbow Six Siege? Because fuck that game, bro. I'm not giving Ubisoft none of my money or time.
Her training really pays off with Dancing Blaze, phasing her to nearby enemies for damage or as a time dodge against big abilities, even ultimates. The invulnerability window
really
extends
speed,
with each enemy hit.
Cool character
encouraging
design,
bold
though.
dives right into the fray. And then there's her ultimate, or ultimate.
She really is a Zula,
Alive, Anran unleashes Vermilion Ascent, soaring upward before crashing down to ignite enemies. But if she dies first, Vermilion Revival triggers a fiery explosion, resurrecting her mid-battle. It's both a second chance and a sneaky way to flip the fight. We're really excited to see Anran join Overwatch's roster. So excited, in fact, that she'll actually be available early for a hero trial starting tomorrow, February 5th, until Season 1 launches on the 10th. But I think there's still one more hero to talk about, Miranda.
One more.
The cat. In a world with gorilla scientists and hamster engineers, a cat wreaking havoc in a jetpack makes almost too much sense. Not much is known about this new arrival to the team. She appeared in Gibraltar as a stray, and if there's more to her story...
Yeah, they're definitely threatened by Marvel rivals. Why do I feel like this is the direct answer to Dark Boy? What's his name? Jeff. This is their Jeff. Instead of Jeff, they made Jermaine the cat. Like, I don't know. Like, we need a cute, cuddly mascot.
She certainly isn't sharing it. But whatever her origin, Overwatch's very own Brigitte was eager to adopt a new feline friend. Jetpack Cat has proven to be a surprising help in the fight against Talon. Her lightning-fast reflexes and her uncanny balance allow her to provide support in even the hairiest firefights. She'll put all 9 lives on the line to keep her team safe.
We really wanted to introduce a new
Cat cosplay's coming
to Overwatch. Obviously, this cat has a jetpack that actually stays on the entire time. She's flying in the air. But when you're up in the air, you will be able to transport allies with Lifeline. While in this mode, allies that are below her will be able to attach to Jetpack Cat's tether, and she can move them around the map. Lifeline opens up worlds of strategies. It can be used for something as simple as a taxi from spawn, or to fly an ulting Cassidy above the point. And because
it's kind of like Storm's ability.
We all know cats love knocking things off ledges, Jetpack Cat's ultimate has her pouncing on enemies. The closest knockdown enemy is picked up by Jetpack Cat's tether, and then either flown off a ledge, dragged into the enemy team, or just taken for a joyride. We don't want
the
to
jetpack can lift all that, huh?
Play her for yourself.
But really, we are so excited for what Jetpack Cat
It really does feel like they're right.
The plays you come up with.
Yeah, it does feel like they're mirroring Marvel rivals.
Beyond these first 5
literally
heroes,
Jeff.
we'll also
Like,
be
it
releasing
looks
a new
like
hero
Jeff.
every season. Each one expanding
They are
how you can
threatened,
play
boy.
alongside the ever-evolving story.
Hey, but this is good though. This is good. Jokes aside, it's very clear that they're inspired by Marvel Rivals, but it's good. It shows that Marvel Rivals is eating into their profits, which means people who are still fans of Overwatch, you are going to get a better product, and I guarantee you they are going to be more receptive. This is the best time to be vocal if you want to be like an Overwatch fan. I still hate live service games, but this is good.
It's on Domina.
Yeah, rising tides raise all ships. Now they got to try.
Jetpack Cat when Season 1 launches on February 10th.
Hey everyone, Kenny here back at Watchpoint Gibraltar, where the rest of the team is supposed to be.
It just feels really bland.
Dope.
Yeah, well, the beauty is you don't got to play it. And ain't it free to play? So they're not charging for it anymore. So I was like, download it, try it for yourself. If you don't like it, cool. Same thing I basically said about High Guard. Like, where did all this vitriol come for like free to play games? Niggas complain when games is $70. You complain when they're free. Play this shit for an hour or two. If you don't like it, keep it moving.
Anyway, it's not just about who's
Shout out to the blacks at Overwatch.
How they fight. When Season 1 launches, there will no longer just be tanks, damage, and supports. Each role will have new sub-roles, all of which will have unique new passives tailored directly to the skill set and combat style they bring to Overwatch.
Damage heroes will now be spread amongst Recon, Flanker, Specialist, and Sharpshooter sub-roles. Next there will be Survivor.
Said, nah, that makes too much sense.
And Tactician supports. Lastly, do you prefer to be a stalwart tank? Maybe a bruiser instead that charges into battle. Or are you more of an initiator, attacking the backline?
New passives.
Because sub-roles may change how you approach some of your favorite heroes, we're adjusting some perks as well. Over the last year, perks have had a huge impact on how you approach matchups. And we're continuing to explore not only how to tweak them for better balance, but also for the most fun way to play Overwatch. Beyond perks, later this year, we're looking at reworking some of the classic heroes. We'll have more details on the heroes and new abilities ahead of Season 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't play ranked. So not only are they dropping 10 characters in the same year, they're reworking the old characters as well. Like, it's going to be a completely different game. Everybody's going to be trying to figure it out. Rank would be a headache, I feel like. I get the gist of it. I don't really care about the rest of it. I just want to character. I'm gonna give him a little bit of clout. I think live service games are the devil, but they are trying. They are trying. There's new gameplay modes. They're adding a story finally. 10 new characters in 1 year. That is a lot of content, and it's free to play. At bare minimum, you download it. If you like it, play it, support them, buy their battle pass or whatever, give them some money. If you don't, you uninstall it. Like, it's free. It's really that simple. You don't got to be extra about nothing. But they are trying. You said, why are they the devil? Live service games are the devil because they've introduced a lot of modern things into games that have been detrimental to games, such as the battle pass, microtransactions. I also think live service games hurt the art form as a whole because with live service games, in the last 10 years, there's been the rise of a new genre of gamers who are, I would probably put them under the hardcore casual umbrella, where like they only play Apex, they only play Overwatch, they only play Marvel Rivals. And the problem with that is it introduced sunken cost fallacy into the game. That was never a thing when I was a kid. And what I mean is, like, you got people that have like $2,000 worth of skins bought on Overwatch or Marvel Rivals. They have thousands of dollars of account. So because they have such like an emotional tie to these games, they are no longer supporting other things that are in the art form. I think that hurts the business as a whole. It's funneling all the money into one place that's not pushing creativity, because I mean, it's still just Overwatch as a whole. I just think that, like, in order for live service the games to work, like, I don't think any game should last more than like five years plus. Like, these games that have been going for like 10 plus years, I think they're detrimental. They are detrimental. It stifles creativity. It takes away from people being able to access, not being able to, but more than likely not accessing. And then ultimately it contributes to the thing that some people complain about, a lack of creativity. That lack of creativity is because y'all stuck on these live service games. You said that was an insightful take. I appreciate it. So yeah, I think they're the devil. Super Mario didn't have loot crates, and I hope it never do. To be honest, Super Mario didn't have no damn battle pass. But I do think that live service games have introduced sunken cost fallacy into games, and people will not get the fuck off these games, bro. Which ultimately I think hurts the industry as a whole. Because you should want, when new consoles drop, when new GPUs drop, when the PlayStation 6 comes out, we should be looking for new experiences. We should not be looking for Rainbow Six Siege X update. Just some food for thought. That's why I'm not a big fan of them. Because you got to keep in mind, the publisher goes where the money is. And if they're just making money on these live service games while you're bitching on Twitter about how there's nothing original out, guess what they're going to keep doing? They don't give a fuck what you say. They only look at what you spend on. You got people addicted to this shit. Also, live service games introduce gambling too. We can't forget that. Now you see why Halo Remake doesn't have multiplayer, because it'll kill the next Halo game live service. Yeah, they trying to get you into that ecosystem with that remake, then they can get you addicted to the live service eventually. Sad reality for gamers. And the worst part is people don't realize they're being that idea came from Esteem. Unfortunate, bro. GTA 5 and Fortnite is the release for live service games. I disagree. Maybe for modern. In my brain, the first mainstream live service game was World of Warcraft. It wasn't GTA 5. And I will say Fortnite introduced the battle pass. It innovated in that way to milk your money out of you. But no, the first live service game was EverQuest and World of Warcraft MMOs. At least with those games, you got new content like expansions every year. With these, you barely get any content. Wizards 101. Yeah, but I will say GTA and Fortnite, they innovated in certain areas. Got to get your dailies in it, shit like that. Said RuneScape. Pretty sure World of Warcraft came before RuneScape at the same time. In fact, you had to pay that subscription. Yeah, you had to pay that subscription. I think you still have to pay that subscription. That is the number one reason I never played. When I was younger, I was super interested in World of Warcraft. I never played it because I just couldn't afford it. It came out in 2004, I believe. Depending on the month, I was either 13 or 14 at the time. I couldn't afford $20 a month. You want me to pay for the game? You want me to pay $50 for the game and then $20 a month on top of that? Too rich. In my opinion, when I was a kid, if you played World of Warcraft, you were rich. I could not afford that shit. One of my favorites, Elder Scrolls Online. Honestly, it's not all that. This day and age, probably not. But back then, World of Warcraft was pretty innovative. It was pushing bound. You got to look at it from the standpoint of when it came out. Same reason that's the reason I never touched Final Fantasy 14. I'm not. Even this day and age where I can afford it, I don't want to afford it. Because here's also and this is why I said live service games are the devil. This is what live service games have also done that I forgot to mention earlier. They've turned gaming into a job. Friendly reminder, guys. And I talked about this in my video about the psychology of microtransactions. Video games are supposed to be an escape where you're supposed to have fun. When you add a subscription or a battle pass to the game, it psychologically manipulates you into thinking I need to log in every day. Now you're playing Fortnite and you're saying to yourself, I'm not even really having fun right now, but I need to do this. Otherwise, I'm not going to get access to the things that I paid for. Back in the day, you just bought the game. And then at some point, it appeared on the screen, a new challenger has arrived. Let me beat this nigga's Luigi's ass. And then I unlocked him. And if I didn't, I could do it again until I beat him. But you lose access to that stuff. So it's turned gaming into a chore. So I will always, live service games are good in moderation, but if you addicted to them, you need to look at yourself, man. I'm slandering that shit. Absolutely. Steam's getting sued. What they getting sued for? I prefer subscription-based MMOs because free-to-play has too much pay to win. I say fuck them all. Steam is getting sued. Haven't heard that one. Oh, it is. Let's see. Valve's Steam's game platform is getting sued for $900 million. People are still playing DC Universe Online for the PS4. I appreciate the super chat also. But he's not wrong, man. I played DC Universe Online when I was in college back in 2009. There are still people playing that shit on the PS4. Let it fucking go, man. What happens when the biggest name in PC faces a $900 million lawsuit? The question at heart of a heated legal battle that could reshape the gaming industry as we know it. Jacob Weeb outlines how Valve, the company behind the massively popular Steam platform, is being accused of anti-competitive practices that allegedly harm both developers and players. Representing 14 million UK-based users, this lawsuit doesn't just challenge Valve's business model, it questions whether the one's platform's dominance is stifling innovation and driving up costs for everyone. With allegations ranging from restrictive pricing policies to steep commission rates, the stakes are enormous for an industry that thrives on creativity and competition. I want to hear this out. What are they trying to argue? I didn't know this one. I'm saving that article. That's what I was doing. Gotta say that for the podcast. In this overview of the lawsuit, we'll explore the key claims against Valve and what they could mean for gamers, developers, and the future of digital distribution. Could this case lead to more competitive pricing and a fair marketplace, or it simply reinforce the status quo? This is very interesting because I feel like Steam already has the cheapest games on any platform. PC, Xbox, PlayStation. What are they arguing? Along the way, why did you link that GameStop shit? Hey, by the way, I covered it yesterday, that joke GameStop made. I saw they took down the tweet. Is this what is, or did they follow it up? Ditch the rubbers, trade your stick drift controller in for the same. What the fuck is this goofy shit? What did this look like? A bondage ad. If you don't get this, what's that shit called? What was the sex movie? The Great, whatever. This is like some bondage shit, man. What the fuck? Hold on, before we go back to that shit, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I know I responded right here. They deleted the tweet. I covered it yesterday, so they made it like a human trafficking. They made a human trafficking joke yesterday about selling your friend to GameStop, and I responded to it. It got 10,000 likes. Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. They deleted the tweet. I guess they heard the feedback. Like, the shit wasn't funny. Shut the fuck